Hello and welcome people to Yakuza Like a Dragon, a real representation of the Japanese lifestyle where everything is kawaii and Sega is watching my every move. Unlike the other titles, this one's gameplay is different, even though I've not played them and this is my first one, but I did my research by typing Yakuza gameplay on YouTube, so you can trust my judgment. Like a Dragon is a turn-based RPG game. Now hold your horses, you might get turned off by the turn-based part of the game, but let me assure you, it's good. From all of the turn-based games I've played, not including 80% of them being strategy games, the combat is unique in its own way. With 6 characters and plenty of jobs to pick from, each job gives you the ability to take your enemies down, not killing them, in a creative way. From crushing their skulls into the floor, to summoning hordes of pigeons, from breakdancing to summoning a laser strike from space, from turning yourself into a wheel to grading a human into pieces, from summoning a helicopter to calling a meteorite strike. As you can see, the abilities are pretty insane, and compensating for the insane abilities, the game decided to add schizophrenic patients, greasy beach men, chicken man, crazy doctors and fat men. And you have the whole Suji decks for collecting them all by beating the shit out of them. But all these are not visible to your allies, only to the main protagonist, because he's a schizo gamer just like me. That happens after your friends fail to pick up the schizophrenic bat stuck into the ground and you contract major schizophrenia. That's one of the side stories, and there are 52 in total, and I'm not gonna talk about them all, only the interesting ones. Like figuring out who is the guy peeing into the very clean river of Ijinjo, meeting a bunch of Yakuza man babies being taken care of, extracting a naked man to a cloth shop, fighting a bear, a tiger and a monkey on an excavator, saving people by giving them an extremely spicy dish that makes them run as fast as possible, inflicting massive pain to a masochist who has gone through so much pain that his skin has become like titanium, dressing in a costume and beating the shit out of the fake one, investing 1 million for a robot that tries to kill you, and having a bunch of romance quests that lead to one major side story of Psycho finding an earring, and from there you get beat the shit out of by a bunch of women just to find out that the earring was from the bartender. There are quests that unlock new mini games, like the Ken collection, in which I have asked all the difficulties, a dragon card that almost gave me a heart attack because of the intense races in the game, the cinema that allows you to watch movies and play a mini game in order not to fall asleep, unlocking the ability to collect all the enemies you have defeated, unlocking studying, and how the fuck am I supposed to know this? Unlocking the crafting of weapons and gear, and unlocking Palmate, which allows you to summon characters from the side and the main story, becoming a hero of the town by completing objectives, and the last one, making your own company, which will be your main source of money because you get 3 million after every successful investors meeting, but that's after you beat the company minigame. Of course, let's not forget the other minigames: baseball, darts, golf. I fucking hate golf, I don't know how it works, and gambling. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I see flashy effects, so it must be good. But I can't say the same about the main story at the beginning, because like every Japanese game, the story either doesn't make any sense, or it's encrypted with 1,000 lore entries that confirms Radon likes fanboys, until you reach the end of the game, that is. The main character you play as is Ichiban Kasuga, who goes through the most traumatic experience in his life, from being in a Yakuza family and taking care of the disabled son of your boss, to going in jail for 18 years, because the commander of your boss kills a guy by accident. Then after you come out of jail and meet the guy at a meeting, he shoots your ass and now you're homeless in a different city. But don't worry, you'll be covered by your trusted friends, a dishonorably discharged alcoholic detective, a homeless person who was fired as a nurse, Chinese mafia guy, a Korean looking K-pop man, and a woman. You embark on an adventure of getting some money and maybe some bitches. You'll be hired by a soap land owner whose business is questionable. But hey, everyone needs a happy ending, and you destroy a multi-million elderly care business that kills your parents if you have not paid the price. Guess what? Your boss died and Ichiban goes crazy, even though they were just hired yesterday, and from now on the story is about my guy molding over the death of some random owner, and our only trace is the Chinese. So you go over to the Ijin tree, which divide the city, like in the Cold War, but this time it's the Japanese, the Koreans and the Chinese. So you go to your favorite CEO of hiring workers, and he gives you a job to raid one of the Chinese mafia's best money providers, the warehouse. So you explode that bitch and get captured by the Chinese. You find the guy who killed him, Mabuchi. But one problem, you're chained. So he lustfully slices you and by the power of deception makes war with the other clan. You get released by a random K-pop star and go through a dungeon to fight a massive ass excavator. And know that because the guy killed some soap land owner, you will meet the boss of the Chinese, then the boss of the Gomiju, after having to carefully putting their soldiers down, and she's, holy mother of god, she's so fucking hot. Step on me please. Guess what? The group is running an illegal money printing business who works with the other two clans, and they have a whole surveillance system in the city. Truly 1984. And your friend Namba the homeless has been using your ass to find his brother. For that he must die. But you have to save him, and the boss fight here had me on my toes because I almost failed and I didn't want to redo the dungeon and that one segment where I have to find where the Koreans are hiding. Sadly I'm left with only 3 people in the party. Fortunately for me, I did my side quest and had one in reserve. To Ichiban's bafflement, the 3 mafia clans have been working together and I knew everything that he knew. So what am I, a fucking clown? If we don't give him Namba, they'll kill him, but he has sided with Bleed Japan. In short, bitchless virgins. If I wanna do crime, let me do my crime. And that Kumi guy, man, I wanna punch him. Then we have to fight Mabuchi, and the fight wasn't easy. And Namba betrays us. As well, the Gomiju are having a small protesting problem, while the Chinese are having a coup. So we go to help the hot bitch and fight a maniac on a wrecking ball cannon. And then he smashes us into pancakes. The end. Just kidding. We survive, and through an underground tunnel we go to the Korean HQ and burn it down. No more electricity bills. Not before we defeat our next boss battle that took me 2 tries because I might have a bat, but the enemy has a gun. And we get the Korean pop star as a member of our team. Nanbei is safe and he can see his brother, and we capture the leader of Bleach Japan. Sadly, they save him. Then we go save our boy Zhao from the Chinese Revolution. And is that a tiger? After we commit animal cruelty, we defeat Mabuchi again, so he gets utterly humiliated, and the crazy crane guy just lets me beat the shit out of him, I guess. Nanba and Zhao, who gives his gang to the mummy, join our party. We raid the HQ and we have to fight Goru Majima and Taiga Saejima. That boss fight fucked me so hard that I was shivering on the floor. But hey, at least we are friends now, and our common goal is to take down the son of our boss, who is running for president. We dismantle the Yakuza once and for all, and well, the response of the people wasn't very friendly, so we decided to kill them. It's him! It's Kazuma! This is cinema, we're in chapter 12 and this is peak. After the fight, Ichiban meets his boss and they have a heartwarming convo. After that, he fucking dies. Does this guy even get any break? This was the saddest scene in the game. For this reason, we go on a political campaign against that Kumekak. To our surprise, someone has been sent to kill the old guy of the Zero clan, and he's dead. I liked that guy, man. He was so chill. We fight our former commander, and holy shit, the plot twist was crazy. The young master is not the son of our boss, but we are. And Masato is the son of the commander. Because on the same night we got exchanged differently, but nobody knows except us. The plot just keeps on getting better. So in search of our identity crisis, we go to find the Virgin Kume, and we get stopped by the Omi Alliance. And in pure rage, Ichiban punches a guy almost to fucking death before Kazuma stops him. He wants us to go to the burn down base of the Gomiju, where we fight him. Nah, that's crazy.
You hurt my friend! I am Ichiban, the Dragon Slayer! It is done!
This is beyond cinema. They're cooking some gourmet shit. Masato is planning to kill Sawashiro, his real father, after killing his fake father. This guy just goes on killing streaks. He sends the crazy guy with someone called Mirror Face, who can perfectly mimic people and their attributes. Is that right? Maybe I can make it happen. We defeat the crazy guy, and he reveals that not him, but Tendo, the boxer guy, killed our boss. And then the building explodes. Then we get to Masato doing a speech and Ichiban jumps out of nowhere on the van, gaslights the guy, and we go to the finale, a big-ass tower. The fight was peak, and it made me feel dread all the way to the end. I had to fight Tendo and I lost the first time, so I spent money to redo the fight, cause I ain't reloading. And I was with only 2 people left at the end. Thank God he didn't target Zhao, cause he was my only healing source. Because Tendo has an ability that insta-kills you, and Ichiban has one that prevents you from dying, but you're on low health. So I was constantly on my toes, but with enough laser beam spams, I finally defeated him. There is drama at Masato's ceremony, then he goes to us, he gets G-baited by Mimic Face, and we fight him. The next scenes were peak, and out of nowhere, when Masato and Ichiban have a heartwarming moment, this guy Kumi just kills him. Then the end screen. I am flabbergasted, amazed, depressed, sad, baffled, on my knees crying. They cooked so hard, I don't even know what to call the dish. And the scene after the end was the cherry on the top. The combat, the story, the side stories, they're all just perfect. I'm glad I got this game from the Humble Bundle monthly subscription. I had a blast playing it and I recommend buying it. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. Have a nice day, see you in the next one.